While washing the vegetables, the enslaved girl suddenly realized that the wild greens the caravan had dug up were not edible mountain herbs at all. They were poisonous weeds. But before she could explain, the food had already been served. The group offered their hypocritical thanks to heaven and earth as they spooned the poison soup into their mouths. The girl stared at the greens in the pot. The longer she looked, the more wrong they felt. Then, as a gust of wind brushed across the leaves, she suddenly remembered. This plant became highly toxic when it grew at higher elevations. Desperate, she tried to warn them, but the chain around her neck tightened so hard that she could barely make a sound. She struggled with everything she had, nearly screaming herself hoarse, but still could not stop anyone. As she watched them swallow one mouthful after another, guilt came crashing down on her. She even picked up a bowl, ready to die alongside them. And at that moment, the young master hurled a stone at her. Then he smugly asked his father whether he had done the right thing. Instead of scolding him, the slave owner praised him in front of everyone. Even after being humiliated, the girl did not care about her own pain. She only wanted to beg them to stop eating. But no one believed her warning. If anything, it only made the young master more annoyed. He ordered someone to stone her until she lost consciousness and silence her for good. By the time she woke up, it was already dark. She heard the young master speaking to his father, saying that he wanted to buy her. The slave owner asked what he wanted her for. The child, who should have been innocent, coldly replied that he wanted to torture her with his own hands and then kill her, just to prove that he had become a real man. Even more horrifying, not a single adult at the table found his words cruel. One after another, they praised him and said he had promise. Looking at them, the girl finally broke. She threw back her head and let out a scream so raw and heartbroken that it seemed to tear out every last bit of despair she had carried inside her. And at that exact moment, the poison began to take effect. The people who had been laughing and talking only seconds earlier collapsed one after another. In just a matter of seconds, everyone at the table was dead. The girl stood there, frozen in shock. Then she noticed that one of the guards was still alive. After hearing her explanation, he finally understood. The problem had come from the pot of wild greens, but the girl blamed everything on herself. Even though she was the one who had suffered the most and the most innocent person there, she still believed that she had become the murderer. Through tears, she begged the guard to help her die. She was convinced that she did not deserve to keep living. He said yes. Then he slowly pulled the gun closer, pretending he was too weak even to load it. He told the girl to take the gun herself. And while doing so, he quietly took out a key and unlocked the chain around her neck. In that moment, for the first time in her life, the girl felt that someone in this world was truly willing to show her kindness. But she had been bound for so long that when freedom suddenly returned, she did not know what to do with it. Using the excuse of teaching her how to fire the gun, the guard slowly helped her find the will to live again. And just when she finally learned how to aim, he suddenly turned the gun toward himself. Before the girl could even react, he pulled the trigger and ended his own life.